Welcome to Tom Attenborough's Life in Australia Part 1. This is a special edition as we travel to the US-Mexico border. Freedom! It looks like a bike is riding its man across the border. What the hell is going on? I was not expecting this at all.
Sorry for the delay in the program. I will now tell you more about the US-Mexico border and how it affects people's lives in the US and Mexico. Types of smuggling that happen at the border, including drug, human and animal smuggling. This is one of the ways smugglers try to get things over the border. There are many other ways they use, including flying and tunnels. In this clip, this is just a small example of the violence you see in Mexico. Between 6,500 and 8,000 people have been murdered due to gangs fighting for control of drug routes and smuggling corridors. Around 250 people are kidnapped and held for ransom in Phoenix, Arizona every year since 2005 related to drug smuggling. Drug lords are always finding new ways to get drugs across the border. They sometimes even go as far as using teenagers to do runs to earn some money. There are 4 states that run along the border: California, Arizona, New Mexico and Texas. The border is 3,141 kilometers long. It is mostly populated by civilized areas. Only 20% of defense and construction of the border is funded by the US government. It's commonly used the Mexico-US border to channel their drugs into the United States. US troops are often located at areas where no roads are present. Not everyone is caught by the US guards or troops as shown in this upcoming video.
The US-Mexico border is a bit like playing Capture the Flag. If you get caught crossing the line, you will be sent to jail without any warning. As you can see, there was no remorse in the taking of these prisoners. This would happen to you in real life if you attempted to do this act. However, many hundreds of Mexicans get past the guards every day and escape into the United States of America as illegal immigrants.
The most common reason for drug smuggling across the US-Mexico border is the lure of cash. Drug lords earn millions of dollars each year, so they keep making runs to earn money. Another reason is because families pay smugglers to travel secretly in trucks or buses to get new life in the US. US and Mexican citizens are dying due to drug lords trying to gain control of smuggling routes. 79 US citizens were killed in the result of violence in 2009 compared to 35 in 2007. Deaths and kidnapping have become more common in recent years, with more violence occurring. Mexican drug lords are the biggest organized crime threat in the US, with distribution reaching at least 230 US cities. Please watch this clip to show you how bad the problem has gotten and how the US are helping people defend themselves in the act of violence.
Right now, one of the most dangerous places in the world is Juarez, Mexico, with 2 cartels battling over control of the city and its pipeline of drugs into the United States. Everyone along the border has become a potential target.
It used to be just the extremely wealthy, but right now the situation in Mexico has gotten so bad where the upper middle class or even the middle class have started feeling the need to protect themselves.
A kidnapping ransom might cost upwards of $1 million. An armored car can be had for as little as $110,000. So now this shop that used to deal almost exclusively in Bentleys and limos is running everyday cars through the process.
It needs to look like, for instance, right here we have a regular VW Touareg.
The vehicles are equipped with 2-inch thick bulletproof glass, ballistic nylon on the roofs and floorboards, and solid steel is welded to the wheel wells, all in the name of extreme safety.
We do what we call a deadbolt locking system, where you can actually lock yourself inside the vehicle. Because what happens, and this happens a lot in Mexico also, is where the attackers will actually hit your vehicle and the airbags will deploy and the door locks come unlocked. So you want to be locked in the vehicle, because if those door locks come unlocked, they'll grab the door and pull you out, and then you're defenseless.
Workers take up to 45 days turning cars into rolling safe houses. Then they spend just as much time trimming them out to look like every other car on the road.
The second you can tell that the vehicle's armored, you know where the VIP is. And that's the part that we want to prevent at all costs.
But while these cars may look like others, they have options that could make James Bond jealous. Options like electrified door handles that shock attackers, taps that drop from the rear bumper, and this, a smoke screen to help in the getaway.
You're still there, right?
Yeah, I'm still here. I just can't see you or anybody else.
In 2008, the Texas Armoring Corporation outfitted 100 vehicles. A second building is currently under construction that will allow them to handle another 50 each year. Rich Matthews, The Associated Press, San Antonio, Texas.
Thank you for watching part 1 of Tom Attenborough's life in Australia, and tune into part 2 on this exclusive DVD.